sa first time lang makakapanood ng podcast, are you a people pleaser? Hello everybody and welcome back to the bootcamp for grown-ups in progress, Camp Confidence!
Hello mga madam and welcome back to another episode of Camp Confidence. Today, I think, this is something that we've touched on in the past, but now, medyo may updates na tayo and upgrades sa buhay. So, including yung pagiging people pleaser natin, we think. Yung topic natin today is setting boundaries as a people pleaser.
And kung may progress ba?
Yeah, I think so. But siguro ngayon, we'll talk about what has happened to us in the past, how we're trying to recover from that, from being that. And we'll talk about the different ways we've been people pleasing sa work, sa relationships, sa sarili natin, sa family even. So that we can start with setting boundaries with friends.
Okay. Pero before that, Madam Ayin, syempre automatic na. Siguro sa first time lang makakapanood ng podcast, are you a people pleaser?
Depende. Gusto mo ba sa people pleaser o ayaw mo sa people pleaser? Because I can be both. So, depende sa'yo.
Depende kung anong gusto mo. What will please you?
Long story short, yes. Well, I used to be. I think being the ate and trying to be a good example and doing this, that, blah, blah, blah. Kahit na alam kong imposible siya to be everything for everyone. I think I still try to a lot of the time. And ang hirap niya talaga. Tapos being a content creator pa, parang definitely I felt I felt that way na parang kailangan lahat maganda comment sa akin. Anything they suggest, I'm like, okay, sige, I'll change. Pero ngayon, parang imposible talaga siya. Even if, yes, I do want to be, because I want to keep the peace and just be happy and just be always, alam mo yun, a source of joy. Yeah. Pero, hindi siya possible.
Yeah.
You're gonna realize in some hard way na hindi siya kaya. Ikaw, alam ko na yung sagot, pero expound.
Hello, ako, people pleaser?
Ikaw?
Of course. Pero yun nga, going back to where it started, I felt like my people-pleasing came from, yun nga, panganay din ako. Panganay na anak, panganay na apo, na parang yun nga, being an example, na sa'yo nakatingin lahat ng mga kapatid mo, lahat ng mga pinsan mo, sa'yo nakatingin lahat.
Pag may mali kang ginawa, sila rin.
Oo.
Yung buhay rin nila madadamay.
Oo. And idadarag mo ang kanilang buhay dahil sa mga kagagawan mo.
Grabe ka.
At saka the pressure was so real, especially then with school. Kasi, as a bida-bida girly, sabi ko nga, pinag-uusapan namin kanina ni Madam Ayin na I'm the smarty, boring girl dun sa gilid. Parang I accepted na, okay, before, akala ko my grades defined who I am. Ganon. So, dapat mataas grades, dapat okay yung teacher sa akin, yung mga kaklase ko, mananahimik na lang ako para hindi nila ako ibully or awayin, ganon. So, I was really very shy and timid and di kita kakausapin pag hindi mo ako kinausap, ganon.
Ang hirap maging people pleaser.
No.
Was there a defining moment where you were like, ayoko na? Ayoko na maging people pleaser.
Panic. Siyempre, meron din. Parang, kasi diba, once, ngayon na medyo nagmamature na tayo, mas may wisdom na tayo, mas wise na tayo as women, kahit papano, no? Parang, masasawa ka din na parang, wait lang, bakit ako umuo? Ayoko naman talagang gawin yon. Parang, it's not within my values. Na ngayon, parang, I operate based on what my values are. Or, do I believe in this or not? With that, I will chat GPT how to politely say no. Charot.
Hindi yun charot because I've Googled that so many times for literally everything.
Yeah, parang how to politically say to decline with this emerald. So, anyway, it's a process, madam. I can't completely say yet na, okay, I'm 100% hindi na ako people pleaser. Thank you. Hindi pa. But it's a process and we are here to be works in progress. Ayun, siguro later, ichichika ka rin natin what are the concrete steps. Or we can maybe share dialogues later on how we say no, ganun.
Scripts.
As someone who researches scripts, kung paano to gawin.
Game. Okay, mag-start tayo sa boundaries with friends. Setting boundaries with friends. Because we have two different ways na we want to set boundaries. Ikaw, sa lakad, sa oras. Because you want to go home, right? Ako, alcohol. I don't like drinking alcohol anymore. And ang hirap ng peer pressure. So, okay, let's start with you.
Okay.
Nape-peer pressure ka pa ba?
Right now, hindi.
Or before?
Medyo, before nape-peer pressure ako, pero kasi, meron akong secret weapon. Pag ayaw ko talaga pumunta maybe sa isang lakad or I'll go parang late ako uuwi, ganon. Hindi ko talaga gusto masyadong late umuwi. So, yung parents ko, di ba, alam, ng mga OG madams, alam niya to na very strict yung parents ko. So, minsan, parang sanay na yung friends ko, madam, na, okay, si Riza hindi yan papayagan pumunta ng mall kasi, kasi hindi pinayagan. Ganun. Nung una, medyo sumasama yung, minsan gusto ko naman.
Loob mo?
Minsan naman, gusto ko sumama. Tapos di talaga, totoong hindi ako pinapayagan. Pero, sa mga times na ayoko talaga, ang dinadahilan ko ay ang parents ko. Parang kunwari, hindi ako pwede mag-overnight kasi hindi ako pinayagan eh. Pero sa totoong buhay, di naman talaga ako nagpaalam. Ganon. So,
pero papayagan ka ba or hindi?
Hindi pa rin. Ayun. So, parang hindi na ako mag-effort na, alam mo yan, the conversation and stuff. So, I would say na hindi naman din ako mabilis ma-peer pressure kasi okay lang dahil meron akong secret weapon nga yung pagka-strict ng parents ko. Actually, ngayon, madam, ichichika ko lang.
Yun nga, matanda ka na ngayon.
Ngayong tumanda na ako. Parang, nakakamiss yung kapag kunwari, past 12 na, gusto ko na umuwi, pero antok na ako, ganon. Tapos hindi ko na masabi na, hinahanap na ako ng magulang ko eh. Ganon. Sinasabi ko nga sa mom ko, ito yung pinaka na-miss ko nung kinasal ako at humiwalay ako ng bahay. Yung sasabihin ko, hinahanap na ako, tinatawagan na ako. Ganyan. So, ayun. How about you, madam? Peer pressure.
Ako mabilis ako ma-peer pressure eh. Kasi I think, growing up talaga, I've always needed validation and acceptance from others, especially the popular crowd. Parang, I don't remember a time when I didn't want to be popular, especially in school. Kasi now that I've gotten out of the system, syempre pag nag-start ka na magtrabaho, wala na silang pake, nobody cares, you know? And I was honestly shocked na that's how the world worked. Because in high school and college and grade school, parang in my head, it was so important to be liked by the general public. But then, you get to the real world, quote unquote, wala namang ganun. Walang hierarchy, walang the queens and the kings of the classroom or whatever, or the hallway. So, before, nung nagsa-study pa ako, ang bilis ko ma-peer pressure talaga because I wanted to fit in. But at the same time, I wouldn't say naman na I did anything that I didn't want to do when I was younger, just because I was so basic. I wanted what everyone else had. So, it was the same thing. But now na I'm older, that's when I started having interests or beliefs that's different from most of my peers. Medyo late in life ko na siya na-experience. Kasi before, I just wanted to do what everyone else was doing. So, going back to what I said earlier, I stopped drinking alcohol. And that's a difficult thing to do, especially in this culture, in our culture, sa Philippines, di ba? Pagka may umiinom, inom tayo, isa lang, ganyan. Tapos, sa industry pa natin, there's always events, there's always, ang dami. Now, it's hard for me. Well, actually, it's not hard for me, but it's an extra step for me to ask for, do you have non-alcoholic options? Can I have a mocktail instead? Because when we go to events for work, it's almost always alcohol that's served. And oh my gosh, it's just hard sometimes to have to explain na, I just don't drink. Na it's not because I'm trying to diet. It's not because I'm trying to do this, that. It's not because I'm training. I just don't want to.
Ayoko lang.
Parang
bakit?
Ang hirap niya i-explain na walang reason, ayoko lang. Na, I guess, the people pleaser in me will want to say or explain bakit. Like, why? Why would you say no? So, like now, I'm trying to learn. I guess, kasi marunong na ako mag-no eh. Pero, I'll always continue with an explanation. But now what I'm trying to learn is, I can say no just because I want to say no. A no is a no. So, yun yung current progress ko sa pagkaka-people pleaser ko sa friends. Kasi, just say no because you don't want to. That's a full sentence. That's a complete sentence.
True. I can relate to that kasi tama ka, madam. Minsan nagdo-no ako. Pero kailangan ko pa ng valid excuse na matatanggap ng pagnonowan ko.
Like parang, okay, iisipin niya cool pa rin ako.
Parang okay lang pala.
Nag-no ako because I'm training. What if I'm not? What if
ayoko lang talaga
What if ayoko lang uminom? But that's friends. Yeah. Real friends. Okay, what if your friends judge you for the boundaries you set? Kasi that's a usual Anong masasabi mo dun?
Ako naman, in fairness to my friends, they never judge me about that. And
you're
that's
welcome.
When I know. Thank you. Thank you. Ayun. So I know my friends are quality and real. Get yourself friends and community that won't judge you. Ganon.
Yeah.
Ano naman, tsaka sanay sila na parang napapractice ko na rin kasi na, antok na ang tita, 10 p.m., mag-wrap up na tayo, ganon. 10 p.m., 11, parang gets na nila lagi na, si Riza may training yan kinabukasan, dapat makauwi na tayo ng maaga. So parang nasasanay ko din sila na, okay, this is my boundary, and nagigets nila. Kasi para sa akin, madam, alam mo, ang boundaries, it's self-respect.
That's true.
Diba? Na parang no one can just always step on your boundaries or cross your boundaries. And with you setting that boundary, parang vote of confidence mo sa sarili mo or respeto mo sa sarili mo.
And I think on top of that, comparing myself to my younger self my current self to my younger self, na dati, I didn't have boundaries because I also did not know what I wanted, what was okay for me. Parang hindi ko pa kilala yung sarili ko enough to know what I'm okay with and what I'm not. I guess before, I was just following what everyone else was doing and thinking that was my boundary. But as I grew older, I realized the more na mas makilala ko sarili ko, mas malalaman ko kung ano yung okay sa akin. And now that once you have that, once you know that for yourself, you owe it to yourself to enforce those boundaries.
Enforce. It's
Pero
okay
alam mo ko
to enforce boundaries.
Saan mahirap mag-enforce ang boundaries? Sa work. Kasi pera yan kabuhayan mo yan Paano ka mag-enforce nun?
It's a me problem. I love working, right?
It's a me
It's that really a me problem. Sobrang mahal ko talaga yung trabaho ko to the point na hindi na ako makatigil. And I'm not here to glorify that, but sometimes it's the reality for me. I really like working, and tips, nilalagyan ko na lang ng visual signals yung sarili ko na I set alarms to stop working.
I can't even set an alarm to start.
Riz, wind down. Parang kalmahan mo na, tama na, ganun. So, ayun.
What time is your alarm?
May 6 p.m. ako. But let's be real, di naman totoo yun. 6 p.m. kasi gusto ko nang mag-prepare ng dinner. So after dinner, siguro mga 7:30, parang may last checks na lang ako. Usually kasi yung content creation job ko, yung kunwari scripts, ganyan-ganyan, na yung mga instructions ko, nagagawa ko siya past 7:30 na. So, ang pinaka-limit ko talaga is 9 p.m. So, meron ako ulit reminder ng 9 p.m. na wind down.
Hirap.
Ikaw, I know you also love working, madam.
I love working, but I guess I have learned from last year that, and again, parang 2023 was a difficult year, but at the same time, it was the year where I learned so much. And na-realize ko na, parang because it felt so dreadful, the year, the life in general felt so dreadful, I kind of started thinking to myself and started having this conversation na parang, what is the point of all of this? And once I had that conversation with myself, now what is the point of all this? I realized ko na the end goal is to not be working my ass off like that. It was never the goal. I thought I wanted it because it gave me validation. I was working hard and I deserved what I had. But it's not. And the reason why I've been working so hard was to get to a point where I could choose and I had the freedom to decide what I wanted to do. So ngayon na parang I had new goals, na meron na akong mga ibang gustong gawin sa buhay, I'm able to see things more clearly na parang, okay, working myself to the bone is not the end all and be all. Yeah. And again, it's something that I had to set for myself. Kasi pag gusto ko naman talaga magtrabaho, wala namang makakapigil sa akin. I'll keep doing it. But I guess I learned to say no to myself last year. Say no. Na parang you think this is gonna make you happy because there's always more to be done. But like, why? And I knew,
the point?
I mean, obviously, like saving for your future, making sure everything's okay. But like, really, is that really that important? If you died today, alam mo yan. I mean, I work hard.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I work hard. But I've been working hard na hindi siya normal before. Now I am.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like now, I know what enough looks like. Di mo yan alam.
I am a work in progress. We are getting there.
Yeah. Parang seryoso, like, once you realize what enough looks like for you, because it looks differently for different people.
What it feel like?
Yeah. Parang, saya. Na I can just stop. I can pause and be like, this is fun. Have you watched the movie Soul?
Not yet.
Soul, it's a Disney movie.
Sige nga.
My gosh. Okay.
Sige,
One of the things that stood out to me, there was this conversation, parang meron daw baby fish or something that was swimming. Tapos tinatanong niya, can you point me to the direction of the ocean? Like, where's the ocean? Yeah. And then this other person, or this fish goes, like, well, you're in the ocean. You're in it. You're swimming in it. Sabi niya, no, this is the water. Like, where is the ocean? Just parang, it's like, that's life. You keep finding and looking for something else, and you're like, asan na yun? Andito ka na. And that's what I'm learning to do. Like, that's a boundary I'm trying to set with myself na know when enough is enough and relish that. Like, be thankful, be so grateful for enough. There are so many people richer than we are, wealthier, more successful, but not everybody has enough. Enough is...
Mic drop.
By Ayin Bernos. Catch it on YouTube.
Yung pa-segue. Oo nga, madam. I swear, as a recovering workaholic, madam, that really, that stood out for me as well. Na parang, Riz, kalmahan mo lang minsan. Ganon, na I have to sometimes chill out. Kasi sanay ako na yung week ko sobrang busy. So, kapag may pockets of days ako, parang mga 2 or 3 days na wala akong ginagawa, do I do? Anong kailangan kong linisin instead dito sa bahay? Parang so far nga, hindi pa ako makapag-relax full-time. Like, entire day. Hindi ko kayang, kunwari, mag-Netflix lang ng buong araw. Hindi ko kaya. Parang, okay, so naka-schedule pa rin Netflix 4 hours. 4 hours of arranging this room, 1 hour dito. Parang ganun pa rin. Parang, ewan ko. It's something that I am processing, learning how to do so. One thing that I do, kasi dati, as a people pleaser, pag nag-message ka sa akin, any time of the day, kahit madaling araw, super early, super late, re-replyan kita. It's the people pleaser and the hotelier in me. Na customer service. Dapat makareply ka in a couple of seconds. Dati ganun ako. Pero ngayon, in fairness naman to me, meron akong boundary na mag-reply lang ako to work messages from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m.
10 a.m. to 9. Oh my God.
Lang.
Ang haba pa rin.
So,
but that's an improvement.
Wag niyo akong istorbohin sa workout ko. Ganun.
Sa morning. Your sacred morning.
My sacred morning.
Oh my gosh. Pero yun nga, I think, so we have our internal pressure sa work. Because as workaholics, former workaholic, recovered na. But the external pressure is also something that people struggle a lot. I definitely struggle a lot with that. And I was having this conversation with a friend yesterday na I was like, I don't think I can go back to corporate just because I can't advocate for myself financially. That's a problem for me. You know, when I see people or talk about, so say YouTube, people would give tips how to negotiate your salaries. I'm like, girl, I can't. That's why I have a manager.
Yeah.
Like our manager deals with all the negotiations because I can't be like, this is my value, this is my worth, and pay me that much.
Mahirap nga
It's a
talaga
difficult-
pag-service. Mahirap pag-service, madam. Kasi kapag product, kaya mo cost of goods, ganito, ganyan. Pero what if
that's true.
your talent or hosting? Or,
Diba? Yun, nahihirapan talaga ako
Thank
dun
you,
sa
Yif.
totoo lang. Salamat, Yish,
Salamat,
sa
Yif.
trabaho. but yeah, but the thing is, I don't want Yish to be a safety net for me. Or like, because I can't put a price on my talent, do I just, ask her all the time to do that? I feel like I would feel better about my career if I am able to put my foot down and say, na, this is how much I am going to make for this amount of work. And I deserve it. Parang ang hirap niya.
Yeah. Was there a time na parang, okay na, yung about salary naman to. Was there a time na sinabi mo sa sarili mo na,
God.
shucks, dapat yun yung sinabi ko? What would it look like in your head?
This has happened so many times. I haven't had a lot of jobs because raketera ako pero hindi ako nagpa-full-time job. So like I've had maybe 2 full-time jobs, 3, but every time I would find out that my counterpart is earning more than twice, thrice my salary, and it's so ridiculous because I work so hard. But the thing is, that's on me. That's on me for not asking for more, for thinking I was only worth this much. Parang ina-assume ko na, baka magambala ko sila. Or baka walang budget yung company. Or like, baka ganyan. And lagi kong undervalue yung sarili ko. Thinking, if I slack off, at least I don't earn that much anyway. Alam mo yun? Parang for me, it's also a safety net in a way. But, you don't want to live like that, undervaluing yourself and what you do. Parang I didn't want to under-deliver kasi. So, ganun lang. Pero nung nakikita ko how other people are advocating for themselves, like asking for much more, tas kaya naman pala, parang, ganun pala yun.
Pwede pa yun.
Kasi kaya ko mag-deliver eh. So, ba't ko inaano sarili ko? Ba't ko nilolowball sarili ko? Kasi ayoko lang may ma-disappoint, which is so stupid because like we're trying to make a living out here. But yeah, ganun. And there was also a time when I was freelancing. Gosh, you know how much I charged for a month's worth of content for a brand. So like, I would post on Instagram, Facebook, that time kasi nung time na yun, wala pang TikTok, ganyan. 5K for a month.
Huh?
5,000 lang.
Oh my God.
5,000 pesos lang, guys. If nag-charge ka ng 5,000 for a social media calendar. Like, don't do that. That's so... My gosh. But again, in my head, I was like, I'm just a fresh grad.
Nahihiya ka pa. Mag-press ng send.
Kasi ito pa, ang nakakaloka. So this company that I worked for, this was a freelance thing. So hindi siya full-time gig for me. But they offered an X deal. And this was a time that I was just starting out with my YouTube channel. So I thought I'd promote their product on YouTube and then, X deal. So I'd get the product, they'd get my YouTube, whatever. So it turns out they didn't really see my YouTube channel as a real platform. So they thought the X deal was I was going to do the social media thing, the calendar, the copywriting, the content creation for them for free for 5 months.
5 months?
Yes, kasi yung binigay nila sa product was like 25,000. I was making 5,000 a month, right? So they were like, okay, so basically they want me to do free work for 5 months. I was 22.
So, syempre hindi ka nakapag-push back nun kasi
baby
pa tayo
nun. Yung problem ko nun. Hindi ako okay, what I should have done was that wala tayong agreement, I am not gonna do this. Yeah. You still have to pay me. That's what I should have done. What I did was I ghosted them. Because I was like, I don't want to work anymore. Whatever. I'm just paying you. Binayaran ko pa sila. Umutang ako ng 25,000 para bayaran ko sila so I never have to talk and work with them again. Because I was like, I don't want to deal with this. So that's what I did. Like, I just stopped working for them and I just paid them. I was like, yeah, whatever. Here's the money.
Sige na lang.
Bye. Pero grabe yun, maiyak-iyak ako nun because that was a lot of money for me. That was like my whole ass salary and more. That's grabe. Pero that's because I couldn't advocate for myself. So if
but we are learning.
We are learning. In the first place, I wouldn't have gotten to that position kung sa simula pa lang sinet ko na yung boundary ko na, by the way, I'm doing this work because my YouTube channel is worth it. Okay? Like, you're still getting something out of me.
Yeah.
This should have been a collab on its own.
Yeah.
But I didn't do that because I didn't believe in the value of my work.
Right.
At that time.
At least now we're learning.
Yeah, we're
Dapat
learning.
alam natin kung ano yung deliverables.
Yeah, my gosh.
What you'll get, what they'll get. Ganon. Para clear ang everything.
Don't charge 5,000 for a social media calendar. That is a lesson. Grabe talaga yan. Grabe talaga. Ang generous ko.
Iba talaga. Very selfless, si Ayin Bernos.
Charity? Ang yaman-yaman ng mga yan. Charity.
Totoo.
Sorry, na-shock talaga ako sa sarili kong pagpe-presyo. Like, umayag ka doon. But yeah.
Or another tip would also be, you can interview mga peers in the same industry kung, how do you usually charge for this particular scope of work? If wala ka pang idea kung magkano ba talaga na chino-charge yung mga ganon. And then, usually naman, ako, coming from a business point of view, if gusto ko rin talaga yung nagna-negotiate. Ganon.
Talaga?
Kasi syempre, para din fair sa akin, fair sa other party, diba?
That's
Parang
true.
if this will make you happy, alam mo yun, this amount will make me happy. Let's meet halfway.
Yeah. And you know what? I think reflecting on this story, I think besides setting boundaries, it's also setting expectations and understanding your skill level to be able to meet expectations. Because I think a big part of why I didn't value my work that much was because I didn't value my work, period. As in, I didn't really think I was capable. So, I sold myself na ganun-ganun lang. So, it's important to set my expectations sa sarili ko, sa kanila, and understand na I can deliver.
Yeah.
Knowing you can deliver and trusting yourself to meet their expectations really sets the bar for how much things are gonna go for.
Yeah. Tsaka at least hindi kayo maghuhulaan.
Yeah.
Ano ba yung ina-expect nila sa akin? Ano yung ina-expect ko sa kanila?
Yeah.
So,
It's true. But, not all situations can be as transparent as work things, because what about in relationships and family? Because I feel like that's when the feeling of people pleasing gets a little more difficult, because it's like, these are people who have been with you throughout your whole life.
yes.
Tapos paano mo sasabihin na, wait, hanggang dito lang? Because that's hard.
Yeah.
Especially if you care about them. With work, at least it's on paper. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all I'll do. But, family.
One technique I do. Kasi hindi ko kayang makipag-usap minsan. Especially if it's a very, very difficult situation, especially when I'm younger. Hindi ko kayang makipag-usap kasi iiyak lang ako.
Sa magulang?
Mga ganun. Kapag kunwari, meron talaga akong gustong gawin. Eto, particular, example. So, I was 22 or 23 when nagpaalam ako na I want to go to Doha, to Qatar. So, may nakakuha ako doon. Natanggap ako sa work doon as sa reception, sa front desk. Gustong-gusto ko talaga yun kasi nga hotelier ako. Pero, sobrang strict ng parents ko, di ba? As parang, sabi ko, punta akong Doha, gusto ko tong work na to. As parang sila, as in hard no. As in hindi talaga, zero. You can't do that. Parang never ko pa na-experience mag-dorm at all. Never akong nahiwalay sa kanila my whole life. I'm the bebe. Ganun, panganay bebe. As in talaga, parang nagsulat pa. Hindi ko kayang, sobrang sama ng loob ko noon kasi hindi nila ako sinusupport. Pero now, naiintindihan ko na 22 lang ako noon, mag-isa lang ako, ganun. So parang, inis na inis ako na hindi ko sila kayang ma-confront. Ang ginawa ko, sinulatan ko sila ng letter. As in, mahabang letter, 2 pages back to back. Nag-thesis defense ako sa kanila kung bakit
Sa
gusto kong
letter.
pumunta. Tapos yun, parang medyo ganun ko na-resolve yung mga difficult
did it
conversations before. Oo, para nakalipad naman ako. Pero 1 year lang ako doon kasi miss na miss ko nga talaga sila.
Umuwi rin naman.
Pero I had fun there. But setting boundaries, no? Ano ba? Communication pa rin talaga ako. Kasi magigets naman for sure ng pamilya ko where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
And i-explain din naman nila for sure where they're coming from. It's always in a place of love naman yung ano nila. Pero, yun nga, it's always communication sa akin, madam.
That's true.
Hindi ko kayang magtiis, hindi ko kayang magkimkim, kahit people pleaser ako. Kapag naiirita na talaga ako, sabihin ko talaga sa'yo. Kasi kanino pa, i-chismis ko pa ba sa iba? Siyempre sa'yo na diretso.
So, that's true.
How about you?
Well,
tight-knit, very tight-knit din.
Yeah, very close kami ng family ko. Well, I think now that, because the boundary that I'm practicing right now is more physical boundary, like my space. Because I've lived at home forever, and I've only ever lived with my sister. As in, we've always had the same room. We've always shared a space. And parang now that I am living on my own, and I've been living on my own for the last year. Like this is the first time I've ever had my own space, because every other time I've lived abroad, lagi ako may kasama, may roommate ako, whatever. So ngayon lang ako nagkaroon ng sarili kong space, even back when my sister was home. Like lagi kami share na space. And na-realize ko lang na I needed to move out talaga, and not just because I was gonna be closer to BGC or closer to Makati, not just because of the hassles of transportation, but because I needed to figure out my own stuff. Because, like, literally this year ko lang, in 2024 ko lang inaccept na I'm a messy girl. Like, I'm a messy person. And forever, I've always made an excuse na, because I live with my sister. Like, I don't know what to clean because she owns half of this stuff. But that's not true. And na-confront talaga this year yung need ko for like my own space. And I'm trying to be more like parang this is it. This is my reality now. Na I go home on weekends and I'll come home, but I have my own space now, which is like a hard thing for me to because I guess Filipino family, you just think na, I'm only gonna leave if I get married. I'm only gonna leave when I have to go abroad. But now I'm trying to accept na, I gotta make my own life and move on with or without a new family. Alam mo yun? Like, kasi in my head, I was only gonna leave home pagka it's time for me to have a baby. Well, guess what? That's not happening anytime soon. And I gotta figure out my shit. I think being able to say now, okay, I have my own space now. But another thing is, going back to strict parents. Because I'm sure we have a lot of listeners na medyo mas bata and dealing with strict parents. Kasi ako, in fairness to me, I successfully not people pleased my way out of it. And I really put my foot down. Because, yun nga, I wanted to experience life. I wanted to go out there, have my own adventures, blah, blah, blah. But the key here is not to fight with your parents. Like, that's not gonna do you any good. You're not there to fight your way out of the strict household. You have to deal with it like an adult. If they see how well you're doing, and that's why I work really hard. I wanted to prove na, I can take care of myself. And ngayon na nakita naman nila yun. Whenever I would paalam to go out, do this, do that, they knew that I'd always have my own back. And kaya ko siya panindigan. So, yun, parang over time, we've built that trust. And now, I literally just go, bye, going to Spain for the next 3 months. See you in June. Bye. Yeah. And it's just so nice because now I get to share that sense of adventure with them. Because I've gone through from strict parents na hindi ako makalabas at all. I can't join my friends. I can't sleep over even. Tapos, I was going on my own solo adventures for many years, and then now I can share that with them. So parang it just is full circle now na sila na yung pinipilit ko maglakwatsa. Like, okay, flights are booked, we're going. Ganon. So, yeah. So Holy Week, we're going also. We're going to Isabela to visit family.
Love it. I love it.
So, yun. Yeah, parang you need to put your foot down even with people you love.
Tsaka you also have to prove to them na kaya mo.
Yeah.
Right? Kasi madalas, nag-aalala lang naman sila.
Yeah, that's
kaya sila strict.
Okay, one tip, just to wrap up this episode, one tip for our people pleaser friends. Mga madam na people pleaser.
Hey, madams. You are not alone. Charot. Pero, one tip. I can go back to having boundaries is a form of self-respect. If you really want to say no, you don't need to be mean about it. Ayoko, ganon. You also don't need to give a weird excuse after you say no. Sabi mo nga kanina, no is a complete sentence. And you can still, kasi once you enforce those boundaries, yun nga, magigets nila na okay, eto si Riza, eto yung ayaw niya, eto yung gusto niya. And if I want to continue my friendship, relationships, ganon, with her, parang I need to respect that because she respects herself.
Well, jumping off of the topic of respect, mas re-respetuhin ka rin ng ibang tao kung may laman yung no mo. If you say what you really feel and you put your foot down, people are gonna respect you more. And I've learned in the last few years, the more I've put my foot down and said na hanggang dito lang to, this is not for me, I'm not okay with this, people understand me more. And over time, I've learned that it's either I've gained other people's respect or people weed themselves out. Yeah. So ang natitira sa circle ko are people who respect me and respect my boundaries. So it's important that we enforce that sa sarili muna natin and then enforce that everywhere else. And it really is so worth it.
Ang isang favorite kong scripts, as promised. Yung favorite kong sinasabi kapag totoo talagang wala akong energy to go somewhere. Sinasabi ko na, sorry, ang dami ko kasi talagang ginagawa ngayon. I do not have the energy right now. Maybe next time. Or if ayoko talagang pumunta at all, parang pwede mo namang sabihin na, sorry, hindi lang siguro to yung priority ko right now.
Nagsasorry ka pa rin?
No. No pala. Ayun. Parang lang din. Parang
it helps you
to
see that.
Yeah, it's...
Ako, ano bang script ko?
Anong usually yung sinasabi mo?
Thank you. Like, thanks for the opportunity or thanks for the invite, but I'm gonna have to pass. I'm gonna have to pass on it. This. Or like, oh, sorry, I can't go. Yun na lang. Kasi wala parang... kadugtong. Alam mo, sa una nakakakaba siya, but after a while, send. Hindi ko natitignan. But again, it really does help. And in the long run, things will make sense once you're able to say no to a lot more things. Anyway, thank you so much mga madam. Napahaba ang kwentuhan natin today. But thank you so much for listening as usual. And if you guys enjoyed this episode, anong gagawin nila, madam?
Of course, rate minimum 5 stars, friends.
Thank you so much. And we'll see you guys on the next one. If you guys have any lessons, learnings, feel free to share this on social media. Tag us at Camp Confidence Radio, at Ayin Bernos, and at Rizalana everywhere.
Hey, thank you so much. Have a great one. Bye.
Bye, guys.